so much for giving me a lift.
No problem.
My name's Reverend Alexander Blodgett. When I first seen you, I said to myself, it's Mr. Wilkes. But I reckon you ain't him, or you wouldn't be paddling up the river. But still, I'm just as sorry for Mr. Wilkes for not arriving in time. He missed seeing his brother Peter die. His brother would have given him anything in the world to see him before he died. Never talked about nothing else all these 3 weeks. Hadn't seen him since they was boys together, and hadn't ever seen his brother William at all. That's the definite dumb one.
Did anybody send them word?
Oh yes, a month or two ago when Peter first got sick. You see, he was pretty old, and George's girls was too young to be much company for him except Mary Jane. He most desperately wanted to see Harvey and William because he left a letter behind for Harvey, and he told them where his money was hid and how he wanted the property divided up so George's girls would be all right.
Why do you reckon Harvey don't come? Where does he live?
Oh, he lives in England, Sherfield. Preaches there, hasn't ever been in this country. He hasn't had much time to, and besides, he mightn't got a letter at all.
Too bad he couldn't have seen his brothers. Poor soul. Is Mary Jane the oldest? How old are the others?
Mary Jane's 19, Susan's 15, and Joanna's 14. She's the one with the hair lip.
When did you say he died?
Oh, he died last night. Well, thanks for the lift.
No problem. How interesting. Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me where Mr. Peter Wilkes lives?
I'm sorry, sir. The best I can do is tell you where he did live yesterday evening.
Alas! Alas, our poor brother! Gone. Oh, and we never got to see him. Oh, it's too hard. Uncle Harvey? Mary Jane? Uncle Harvey, this is the letter my father left for you. I hereby leave the dwelling house and $3,000 to the girls, and I leave $3,000 in gold to Harvey and William. The $6,000 are hidden in the cellar. But I suppose you got to go and fetch it then. Hey, this one totals up to $5,585. Darn him! What happened to the other $415?
Well, he was a pretty sick man, and likely he made a mistake. I reckon that's the way of it. The best way is to let it go. We'll keep still about it. We can spare it.
Oh shucks, yes, we can spare it. I don't care nothing about that. It's the account I'm thinking about. We want to be off square and open here, you know? We want to lug this here money upstairs and count before everybody. Then there ain't nothing suspicious. But when the dead man says that there's $6,000, you know, we don't want to.
Hold on. Let's make up the deficit, take it upstairs, count their money, and then let's give it to the girls.
Good man, Duke. Let me hug you. Oh. It's the most dazzling idea ever man struck. Friends, all my poor brother that lays yonder has done generous by them that's been left behind in the vale of sores. He has done generous by these dear poor little lambs that he loved and sheltered, that left fatherless and motherless. Yes, and we know that, known him, knows that he would have done more generous by him if he hadn't been afraid of ruining his dear William and me. There ain't no question about it in my mind. And so, Mary Jane, Susan, Joanna, take the money, Take it all. Oh, you dear good souls. How lovely. How could you?
Yes, yes. What a fun thing to do.
Very noble. Very noble indeed.
I knew from the moment I saw them they were good persons. Why, Doctor, hain't you heard the news? This is Harvey Wilkes.
Is it my poor brother's good dear friend and physician? Keep your hands off me! You talk like an Englishman, don't you? It's the worst imitation I ever heard. You, Mr. Peter Wilkins' brother? You're a fraud, that's what you are. I was your father's friend, and I'm your friend, and I warn you as a friend, turn your backs on that scoundrel. It had nothing to do with him. He comes here with a lot of empty names and facts which he picked up somewhere, and you take them up for proofs. Mary Jane Wilkes, you know me for your friend. Now listen to me. Turn this pitiful rascal out. I'll beg you, will you?
Here's my answer. Take this $6,000 and invest for me and my sisters any way you want to. And don't give us no receipt for it.
Alright, I'll wash my hands of this matter, but I warn you all that time's going to come when you're going to feel sick whenever you think of this day. Alright, doctor, we'll try and get sent for you.
Shaking from carrying this torch, from carrying this torch for you.
To the girls!
My lips are bleeding from kissing you goodbye, from kissing you goodbye.